Hey, hello ladies and gentlemen back there, Jin Daltine Ellie like. Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts again. In the last part, we dealt with, Riku, sort of, had the reveal of Ansem. We dealt with Hollow Bastion, maybe fully. We also dealt with Maleficent. Basically, we had a lot of things happen in the last part, and, well, certain other issues sort of arise. It's just the fact that now we have to deal with these things now, everywhere. Yeah, no matter where you go now in any world, these specific enemies and some other ones will always appear. You know, you get my point. Certain enemies now appear here and there in certain places that they shouldn't. Oh well, it does give me the option or the choice of being able to get, you know, certain weapons that I was talking about beforehand. But in this part, we are going back to Hollow Bastion. But I will say, real quick, some people will be questioning, why aren't you going to do that one thing? Or aren't you going to try to attempt to do the thing before you go to Hollow Bastion? Real quick, no. For those of you curious as to what I mean, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. But let me explain. Remember when I said that, you know, there'd be one more cup in the Olympus Coliseum? Well, that's the Hades Cup, and it should have been unlocked by now, at least. Like, it really should have unlocked by now, at least. Like, usually it does unlock by the time, like, your second visit to Hollow Bastion, so it shouldn't be completely, like, without the realm of impossibility that it should be there. At least to some degree, I think it should be. Is this it? Oh no, that's an elixir. Never mind. Okay, double checking. Okay, double checking. Yeah, but first, let me go talk to Sid to get the thing. So, I think the, yeah, the tournament should unlock to a degree. But first, actually, let me go talk to someone who might know about that. Hold up. Do you tell me about this? Oh, right. It's the one down below that tells me. Are you the one winning all the tournaments? We've heard rumors, Kupo. I could've... Yeah, you're supposed to be the one that tells me about the tournaments. Why is it that you're not telling me about... Okay. Well, I guess it's not open just yet? Well, whatever. Let's talk to, Sid about this. You found it? Alright. I'll give your ship a fixer-up. Another cut? Okay, no. Now another cutscene. Like a cutscene, and then we wait, and then the time skips. All set. You can get going at any time. Okay. Kid, I gotta say, I wish you didn't have to face all this danger. Yeah, me neither. Like, seriously, Sora is one of the few characters I feel genuinely bad about in every respects. The kid was just a dude, The kid was literally just a kid who wanted to go out to see other worlds. I doubt he would have done that on the Dinky Raft and all, but still. You know, and I can understand to some degree, maybe he just wanted to see other worlds, like, oh hey, I want to go out and see, like, some stuff that's not out there. Like, I'm kind of tired of small island town sort of thing. And I can understand that type of feeling, because, well, to be fair, everyone wants to feel something different, or see a different scenery here and there. So that's fine, although telling your parents you're leaving could have been a little bit better. I understand they wouldn't let you go, but still, you left without so much as a warning about that. Like, I can't imagine how Sora's parents feel about their kid literally leaving without them telling them, and then disappearing for a full year, and then they realize it as soon as they remember. Like, Jesus Christ, that's, like, really, really upsetting to think about. But it's even worse for Sora because, like, besides, like, going through this game's, like, whole issue with Kairi and Riku, it gets worse. Like, continuously going after Riku, now you have to find Riku, and then you have to deal with some other emotional trauma stuff. Trust me, it's not gonna be easy for Sora at all. Man. I always feel bad for him because of all the things he's had to go through and everything else that follows. So, it's never gonna be an easy journey for Sora. And I know as a Keyblade bearer, it's never easy. But still, I always feel bad for this character. And that's really the truth that I can give out. It's like, oh, Jesus. Anyway, let's get going. It should tell me, right? There's a new warp hole near Traverse Town. I wonder where it leads. Some weird power emitting from the world. Some weird power emitting. Might be worth revisiting some places again. Yeah, so basically that's what it is. Now we have to go through this little place in order to get to to any other place now. Like, we have to go through that warp hole in order to get back to Hollow Bastion. Real quick, let me just check. I could have sworn. No? No? Okay, I guess I was wrong. I don't know, I saw the video, like, of this, and it showed that happen. Like, as soon as, like, oh, I entered a world, oh, poof, that happens. Okay, anything else? I got all of the Trinities. I just didn't get all the treasures yet. Like, of every treasure chest ever. I don't remember how many worlds have how many or how many I need. So I could be missing a few treasure chests. I don't care enough. I also could be fighting against certain boss enemies because of, you know, the fact that, you know, you kind of need them here and there. But that's a different story altogether. Also, real quick. I did talk about, like, secret bosses in this game. There are 1, 2, 3, and... technically 4. There's 4 secret bosses. I think they're all unlocked to a degree, but I am not gonna do them just yet. What we're gonna do next isn't end game, but it's close to end game. So I'm gonna do this first, like, you know, the whole go back to Hollow Bastion and deal whatever is, you know, wrong with over there, and then I'll go off and do the secret bosses. I won't guarantee I'll be able to beat all of them. Trust me, I won't. Like, trust me, I'm not gonna be able to. But I'm gonna attempt to beat most of them. And if I do actually beat most of them, well, then that's a great day for me. But I will be, and that also goes for the Olympus Coliseum's final tournament, you know, the Hades Cup. I'll do that as soon as it opens, and it'll be its own episode. So there you go. Maybe it'll be thrown in with the bosses that I'll show. Maybe, I don't know. But first, let's just get to this. I've got my entire, like, squadron ready. My ship is very much, like, at the max amount of things it can be. By the way, I renamed this version of the ship and called it the Kingdom 2. So, you know, it's finally at its full potential. Okay, are we going? Okay, good. Again, I do want to, like, stress, I never hated these sections as a kid, or no, not as a kid. As a young adult, I don't hate these types of sections, I don't. Oh, like, in general, I don't hate these gummy ship sections, but I can understand how they can be a little bit boring and all that type of stuff. So it's understandable why, you know, if you don't like these gummy ship sections, it's understandable why that's the case for you. But just know, I don't hate them as much, so, you know. That's why I spend a good amount of time, like, upgrading my ship and putting the best stuff on it, because I want to, you know, do the best I can. Whoa! Man, they really, really go ham. I'm gonna fire my laser. Max, you. Max, you go. And you. Okay, woo! I will say, the ship that I actually made right now, as it is, I will admit, it is a little bit weirdly shaped because it's literally a box-shaped thing with weird, like, prongs at the ends of them, and different engines that push it in different directions. But overall, I think it's a pretty decent ship. But from what I actually saw of Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 3's gummy ship building like mechanics, they look very much like an improvement, yeah, but it really like different considerably. It's like the actual things involved are pretty interesting. It's like okay, now we're back to the area that, you know, usually this whole ship goes to now. There we go. We're back in Hollow Bastion now. Huh. I didn't take as nearly as much damage as I would have assumed, actually. Like, seriously, that's really weird. But I can't enter through any of the save points I had beforehand. Where's Belle? Still in the castle. Aw, don't worry, pal. We're gonna help you get her. Against her will? No, I think she stayed for a reason. Oh, okay. The other princesses are inside as well. I wonder why, says Donald, the person who said, oh, we gotta get out of here. Seriously, did none of you think, like, you know, to go and, like, get the princesses and save them and then get them out of there? And yes, I could have commented on that, like, before, but there was a lot of other stuff that was happening, so give me a break. Let's go ask them. You may need my strength. I'll go with you. We shall go together. Well, considering he just said that, I have to have Beast in my party now. Look, I like the movie this guy comes from, and to some degree, I feel bad for the guy. Mainly because if you do, like, think about the implied information that is provided for you in the movie, he's kind of semi not in the wrong / in the wrong. Like, here's the thing about Beauty and the Beast that the movie developers sort of like say, like, oh, we didn't really meant for it to interpret it that way, but then you realize, dude, how else were you going to be able to interpret this exactly, considering that you literally said it in this movie in this way? It's like, didn't you have any like thought of like, oh, this and this would make this? No? Okay, basically what happened is that in the movie, the reason why the Beast is cursed is because he's once didn't let a woman into his castle on a cold, rainy night. She offered him a magical rose in return for staying the night. Now, to some degree, you know, you could say, oh, well, of course he doesn't want to let a person into his house because, you know, they could steal, they could be a killer for all they know. But still, he was rude and he was pompous and he was said to be a spoiled prince. Okay, so him being rude makes sense. It turns out that she's an enchantress, and she cursed him and his inhabitants in his castle to forever be non-human. Well, you know, she turned him into a beast and turned everyone else in the castle and punished them to be, well, you know, certain other things. If you see the movie, you'll see what I mean, and I basically turned them into, like, appliances, stuff like that, living furniture. So there you go. Now the rose itself was stated to be, like, the curse would be lifted if he could learn to find love and get love in return. The rose itself would bloom and would, start to wilt at his 21st birthday. Okay, that's okay. So we understand that, as soon as the rose is starting to wilt, it's his 21st birthday already. So he has a limited amount of time before to find love and to get love in return. Okay, that's fine. One of the songs in the movie says like, oh, it's been 10 years since we've been like this way, you know, from one of the appliances. They say like it's been 10 years since we're, you know, been this whole, you know, thing, like we haven't been human, you know, we've been candles, we've been clocks. That's basically it. Okay, so it's been 10 years since he was transformed into a beast. So how old was he when he was, you know, actually, you know, when that whole situation occurred? Apparently he was 11. Maybe. He was either 11 or in his 10s when that whole situation occurred. So when he answered the door, it turns out that he was an 11-year-old who saw this whole situation occur, like an old lady standing outside, and he was like, and that could be considered like stranger danger because he couldn't let an adult into his house without his parents' help, without his parents' permission, right? So he closed the door and he might have been cursed. Unjustifiably, maybe. Okay, that's one way to interpret it, though. You know what I kind of interpret it as? Because, like, this sounds even more sad, but it kind of makes some sense. Okay, to explain a little bit further. Okay, in the, let's see, what was that? What was I gonna say? Alright, in the, okay, good, I was, like, wondering. In a particular story I did read once, or, you know, remember reading-esque once, basically what happened is that in this particular story that I'm thinking of, when the Beast was, you know, a character that was, you know, he was someone who didn't want to let his anyone into his castle. I do believe the Beast himself was about, like, you know, a young kid at the time. But I like to believe that he was kind of a spoiled kid to a degree. Also, you know, he wasn't really Mr. Sunshine. So, you know, it's understandable why, as a kid, he would have been, like, so angry, hateful, or just, you know, spiteful sort of thing. So maybe, you know, it's justified that, you know, the Enchantress actually cursed him because he was being mean, or just being a jerk. Well, thanks, Donald. I understand that the thing was killing me, but I didn't think it hit that hard. I may need to grind later, but anyway, the whole thing just basically goes as it is. Like, you know, hey. Oh, sorry, I'm getting busy, distracted. But anyway. So, anyway, oh, sorry for getting distracted. It's really hard. Anyway. So, basically what the idea kind of comes from is just that, you know, he's about the same as he was before. So, okay, sorry if I'm getting distracted. Anyway, real quick, oh, geez. Okay, there we go. Are we good? Okay. Okay, good. We're kind of good so far. Anyway, real quick, okay, let me just start over, I guess. Basically, what I like to believe is that, yeah, I think the Beast was a kid at the time, maybe 11, when he answered the door. But I like to believe that his parents already died and he became bitter, like, as a kid, like, he became so, not too lively as he was before, and became, like, very much like, ugh, like, I don't want to talk to anyone, like, I'm so depressed, you know, that type of angst that happens to kids in, stories like that. So he became spoiled, and when he did answer the door, he was, you know, that type of anger-filled sort of thing. It's justifiable, but at the same time, you know, hey kid, lighten up. Like, yeah, you did lose your parents, that's fine, but you don't need to be a jerk to everyone. And, you know, you should liven up, like that type of stuff. I like to believe that happened to the Beast, and then he was cursed, which kind of is justifiable / not justifiable. I don't know. Like, personally, I don't know. Like, I do like the Beast movie. I like Beauty and the Beast, but I will admit, like, to some degree, that's somewhat of an interesting little thing that some people didn't catch on to. I don't know. It just feels weird here and there, thinking about it. It's not... Oh, okay, now I get the thing as soon as I start talking / I don't pay attention. Or I wasn't trying to. Hold it. Thank you. Okay, hold up. I just got this for Donald, so might as well. Let's see. Wizard Relic? Yeah, it's very good, as you can see. So yeah, it's kind of, what do you call it? Somewhat beneficial to defeat some of these enemies that are able to drop this. So, you know, I wasn't kidding when I said the thing would be, like, somewhat better than what we have currently. Okay, die. Okay, good. So it's always that type of thing where it's like, you know, the little informations that are given in storytelling, you kind of have to let the audience try to build off of. But if you did do that, you have to understand that, you know, someone's gonna have to, like, actually give off the information, like, oh, process that information and come to a conclusion that, you know, you expect. So I don't know, it feels like as if, like, they thought of doing that, like, throughout the entire movie. Like, you know, hint at that the Beast was a kid or something like that, possibly when he was young, or he was young when he was cursed, but no, they kind of just didn't, like, fully, like, intentionally do this, like, think this completely through. But yeah, by the way, I went to the library to do this real quick. Yep, Belle was in the library. She likes books. And no, by the way, they couldn't get they didn't have a voice actress for her yet. She'll get a speaking role in the next game, but she can't speak now. You've come to seal the keyhole, right? Please be careful. Darkness is deep inside. We've been holding it back, but we can't hold out much longer. We'll take care of it. And okay, or maybe I'll talk to her directly. This is for you. Use it to face the darkness as the Beast has. Okay, Divine Rose. There we go. Yeah, you get a new Keyblade because of, like, talking to Rose. I was thinking, like, I was wondering if you're gonna do that, and it's very good. It's technically the strongest Keyblade I got with that its strength stat to it. So, yeah, that's very good, honestly. I'm gonna use it for a bit, and then I'm gonna switch to Divine Oath again. Like, I like the Divine Oath, and it's one of the more, like, I do like Divine Oath's overall design, and it's a good Keyblade overall. But I will admit, I kind of do need strength for now. But I'll get to that when we get to it. For now, let's just use the Divine Rose for now, and then we'll switch back to Oathkeeper somewhat later. Real quick, let me check. Characters, she should be here. Yeah, here we go, Belle. Anything else? Chronicles, Sora Story. Okay, thanks for keeping that in track. Tracked, Jiminy, I guess. Okay, I think this should be still about in the same direction, right? Hopefully. I'm hoping I'm right in this assessment, I think. Well, let's see. Okay, good. It did stay the way it did last time, because I was gonna say, like, oh, if it didn't do that, then we're gonna have to go back up and then come back down. We're gonna have to walk. that type of thing. But thankfully, no, it did stay the way it did for this whole situation. So let's see where we go. As if I don't know. Okay, here we go. Here we are. And, there it is. There we go. Drop the base. And we got a Rumbler belt. Whatever that is. Real quick, let's check. Okay, Roomlet belt. Reduces lightning damage by 40%, raises max MP. Okay, for Sora, it does not do anything great. HP and defense, HP and defense. Now, let's see if Goofy has anything that he needs to put this on. Okay, it's about as good as that. It's not as great as that. Ooh, it's not. It's worse than the other thing. Okay, well, it was supposed to be a good, like, what do you call it, equipment item. But for now, it's not as good as the other things I have, so it's kind of useless to a degree. Well, I can always sell it, so there you go. Sorry for drinking on camera. Ooh! Sorry for being disgusting, but sorry. It's just how I am, I guess. I don't know. Like, I will admit, I do burp and, well, not fart on camera. I wouldn't fart in your guys' presence, but I do burp, and I think it's fine. But I will admit, like, farting in public is, like, not really that great. I'm guessing you can justify burping as, you know, like, better out than in sort of thing. Is like, it's good. Plus, it's a compliment. But no, I just like burping because it's, you know, it's like the relief thing after sneezing. It's like, oh, it feels good after you do it. So, you know, that's how I feel about burping. I don't think it's that bad of an issue. It's better than farting, which I will admit, like, it's disgusting. Like, if you fart in public, it's a little disgusting, and maybe you shouldn't fart in public, but... Oh, thanks, Beast. But hey, a lot of other people fart, so I don't know. Jesus Christ. Fuck. I hate those things so much. Like, those things usually aren't an issue, but usually I'm not really having issues with it, for Pete's sakes. Okay, are we gonna have this issue again? Okay, good. Come on, die! Okay, good. Okay, give me a second. Thunder. I know this is kind of pointless, but still, I just wanted to do it. Okay, hopefully I'm able to defeat the next wave of enemies that have those things with them. So yeah, by the way, yeah, if you couldn't tell, the everything here has gotten way stronger since the last time we were here. So yes, even the smaller Heartless, like the special Heartless here, are stronger than they were before. So yeah, you're gonna have to deal with stronger Heartless here and there. Like, even enemies that were somewhat weak beforehand get upgraded now a little bit with more health and being able to kill you faster. For example, those things, those flying bat characters, yeah, they're a lot stronger than they were before. And unfortunately, that means that the Heartless that we had to deal with, you know, the silent soldiers or the stealth soldiers, yeah, they become, for some reason, even stronger than they were before. I don't know how or why they become so strong like this, but they do. which is annoying, but whatever. And this really also the fat guys also get stronger too, but or the large bodies, but they're not as bad. Like I will admit, like the large bodies are somewhat of an issue in this game slightly, but they aren't as bad as some other ones. As like all the other Heartless here, especially the stealth soldiers. Those guys can be like a pain in the ass. So you know, it's always gonna be a thing where it's like, well, of course this enemy is gonna be annoying to deal with the first time around, and now it's upgraded, so it's gonna be even more harder to deal with. But I don't think large bodies are that bad. So at least in this part of the game. So, you know, there you go. Huh. Right. Right. I'm trying to remember. Okay, are we good? Okay, first of all, F you and high potion, high potion.
Here.
There we go.
Beast.
Oh, did he say anything? Because it's kind of weird. Usually, whenever you heal your party members, they'll say stuff, you know. And Beast in the second game, he'll roar if you give him a health item. It's like roar. It's like I think that's a roar of appreciation. Not saying I don't like your roar of appreciation, Beast, but it's like, you know, you could say like just say you know, thank you, you know. I don't know, it's kind of weird. He's like all the other characters say like, oh, thank you, and then all of a sudden Beast is like roar when he shows appreciation, which is understandable for him, but still, it's weird to me at least. Okay. There we go. Thanks, Beast. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, right. I can go up. I could go up. And by the way, yes, I know, like, I do want to go down, like, into the caverns to get something, but I'm gonna wait until later to see whether or not I can do that or not. So, for now, we're gonna try to go back to where we were, you know, the chapel. And, by the way, yes, we did unlock this world, but we can't enter it, like, again. Like, we can't exit the world, go through the save options, and then go back to, you know, the chapel save point, because it's not unlocked. We have to unlock all of the save points now, so that's gonna be a big issue, so, you know, there you go. It's kind of annoying that they make you go through this whole area again, like a second time around, just to unlock both the areas / to get back to where you were. But I understand, you kind of need to build that type of tension again, sort of, and you want to reuse the entire set, like the whole set area for you to use, so I understand that. But still, I don't know, I feel as if you could at least have given us the library save point, because like that's really close, and maybe we could have just gotten something else from it. I don't know, it feels weird. And it feels a little cheap to some degree, but whatever. I don't know, I could be wrong, whatever, I really don't know. Yeah. Okay, are we good? Okay, good. Any monsters here? Okay, good. We good? Okay, good. Okay, lift shop. Anywhere else? Nope. Okay, yeah, we have to go up. Or wherever this takes us. Which is up. Okay. Great crest. Okay. Okay, just double checking. Okay, now we can go up. Yes! There we go. Okay. Die! Hiya! Okay. Come on! Okay, good, you're dead. Okay, how about you don't do that? Really wish I had a bigger, higher jump, but I can't, so... yeah, I can't. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, take that. Okay, are we good? I really wish I could reach up that place, but I have to go around in order to get to it. Okay, whew, god dang it. Ah ha ha. Ah ha. Oh crap. These guys are kind of a joke when you have enough mana or MP for the magical spells, but still. Oh Christ. There we go. Oh. And these guys can be bloody annoying when you don't have your eyes on them. Like, seriously, they just come in, kick you without you ever, like, seeing it / being aware of it. It's annoying sometimes. What's this do again? Alright, that's what it does. Never mind. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot what that did. But I think I can just go up now, right? Yeah, I think so. I believe so. Well, as much as I can. Oh, look, I learned Combo Master. I hope to God that's as good as it sounds. Good. Abilities. Deliver combo attacks even if attacks do not land. Okay, good. I will admit that is a bit of an annoying thing that happens. Like, oh hey, here's a combo attack. Here's a combo attack and here's your things not happening. Let's perform it. Let's make sure, like, as soon as you get hit, you can't do the thing. So it can be a bit of annoyance whenever it happens, but thankfully it doesn't. So. Or it doesn't happen as much, so there you go. Anyway, here we go. Here we are. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, here's all the princesses. We just left most of them behind, so thankfully we saved them, I guess. I will say, Alice in Wonderland is the one princess out of the entire group I think could have been replaced. I don't really see too much of it. It's just that, like Alice herself is literally just a normal girl, and that's it. Like, I really don't see why they selected her as a Princess of Hearts. And I know, like, oh, you know, her world had a Queen of Hearts, that whole issue, but I don't know, I just don't see Alice as a princess, or a princess in a physical sense. Maybe they could have given it to Ariel and or someone else. Actually, if they gave it to Ariel, they could have like given an excuse as to why they could have reused. You know, they could have done a new story, and then they could have done an original story, the actual story of, you know, what was it? Like the original story from The Little Mermaid in the next game, because in this game, it's really not really the story of The Little Mermaid. It's just like the beginning parts of it, somewhat. And a lot of that gets, like, outright just, like, oh, forgotten / rebooted in the second game. It's like, oh, you know, in Kingdom Hearts 2, oh, Ursula's back and she's doing her old tricks. But Ariel should know better, considering she was literally tricked by Ursula last time. But apparently, no, either she forgot about it or they just didn't really care to, you know, remember that part. I don't know. All I do know is that, you know, the story happens again and it has no issues. Why not have Ursula like kidnap Ariel without her knowing, and then, you know, we don't save her, but then we try to help Trident, and Trident becomes like King Trident becomes like our partner throughout the entire like undersea level maybe, and we deal with Ursula and her stuff, and you know, a whole different scenario, which could have been interesting. But I understand why they had Ariel help us, which I'm not saying is a bad idea or a bad thing. It's just, I don't know, like, I don't feel Alice in Wonderland or Alice from Alice in Wonderland feels like a princess, at least in this regard. Everyone else I'm okay with, like, you know, Aurora, Belle, Cinderella, Jasmine, and Snow White. Technically, a lot of them aren't, you know, natural born princesses because they aren't born into royal families. I'm okay with that, you know, even if they do marry into they marry princes, like princess, not princesses, just princesses. I'm okay if they do that. And I'm not saying like, oh, you can't marry into royalty and, you know, that's an issue. I'm just saying like, oh, like as a general whole, I think like most of these girls feel like princesses to a degree, especially Jasmine. Like I think she's feels like, you know, even if she wasn't a princess, she would, I feel as if she could have actually made it into the cut without having that issue. But I understand why there's certain issues, why they picked these types of things, all that stuff. But still, it's just an opinion I have. But let's actually talk with a good amount of them, just to see what happens. Sora, please hurry. Darkness is pouring from the keyhole. It's all we can do just to hold back the darkness. Boy, what kind of... Seriously, how much of a day has this been for you, Alice? Because you literally just, like, fell down a rabbit hole, almost went into an LSD dream wonderland place, and now you got kidnapped by a darkness, like the Heartless, a dark form of creature from people who technically died, and now you have to help us close the darkness in order to, because, you know, it's technically something I opened up. So yeah, imagine the day she's had and how much she's gonna have to explain this to her parents at all. Oh man, hopefully Sora does go back with her at some point and explain this to her, or somebody goes back with her and explains this whole situation. Because by God, will no one believe her? I don't know how long we can manage even that. Alright, I'm on my way. We're counting on you, Keyblade Master. In the meantime, we'll do what we can too. Which is just stand around and talk. Don't worry. I know for a fact a group of people who stand around and talk for a long time, and it's worked out for them, so I'm not saying they're wrong. Okay, we've been waiting for you, Keyblade Master. Where's Ansem? Gone. When the Keyblade appeared, darkness poured out of it. It swallowed Ansem and he disappeared. Though Ansem is gone, the flood of darkness hasn't stopped. We're working together to hold it back. I cannot forget the look on his face. As the darkness engulfed him, he was smiling. Yeah, that definitely is creepy. Okay, right, hold up. Right, after the whole cutscene thing, you talk to one of them, they have the whole, like, they have their own separate conversations. Although it's all just about, like, either keyholes or, you know, strength, all that other stuff. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you really shouldn't expect much from the smaller conversations. I wish one of them could have said, like, oh man, it's been a long day for me. Whoa, okay. Okay, good. Like, I was worried. Like, oh, I was worried one of us would have fallen down there. Thankfully, it didn't happen. Okay, so... Another heartlet? There we go. I was, like, wondering. There we go.
This is it. Take that.
Thank you. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I think the reason why we got the wizard staff first before the shield is because we have more wizards that we fight rather than just, you know, the regular stuff. So it's understandable why, to some degree, we fight the wizards. Okay, good. There we go, gotcha. You annoying little bugger. Wait, did I get something from that? Okay, nope. Okay, oh well. These things aren't as bad as they usually are, but, you know, they can get very bad. Whew. Especially if you're not prepared. Hold up, let me stock up on actual items I want. Okay, first, let's, I have a ton of these, so might as well, like, stock up on these things. Okay, take out an elixir, 2, and a mega ether. Yeah, might as well. Beast, why not? I'll give you all the other potions that I don't need anymore. Might as well. And Donald, you'll get 1 potion. Make it count.
Here.
Any more? Okay, good.
Here. Force. Come on.
Okay. By the way, real quick, before we go to the actual door to actually do stuff. Yeah, I saw this chest beforehand, and I knew it was up here, so, you know, wanted to get that. Oh, look, a new Keyblade. That kind of surprised me, because I forgot that was there. Okay, this is the Oblivion Keyblade, which is worse. Well, actually, it's technically supposed to be better than Oathkeeper, but it's worse than the other one. So, it has less magic, but it's, you know, has a good amount of power. It's just that Divine Rose has even more power. So for now, okay, fine. I'll be using the Oblivion Keyblade. I said I'd switch to Oathkeeper, but I forgot that this Keyblade was here. Like, I knew we'd get the Oblivion Keyblade, but I just forgot where it was, like, completely. So there's my justification there. Like, I can't remember every single chest everywhere, which is why, like, I'm pretty sure I haven't found all the chests yet. So, you know, there you go. What did I use again? Oh yeah, right, I used an elixir, right. Sorry. I was stuck on items, and I thought... Okay, good, he's dead. Drop the freaking spell already. There we go.
Force.
And... Thank you, Beast. Oh, no. Well, whatever. Anyone else?
Come on.
Oh. I was wondering if there was another chest around here. There we go. Okay, I know there was another one. Or maybe not? Okay. I could have sworn there was another one. Like Jesus, like I'm not going crazy, right? There was another one of those things around here. Okay, whatever. Real quick, Alice, I guess that updated. Jasmine updated. Okay, we got new ones. Snow White, Cinderella, and Aurora. Yeah, Aurora. Or Aurora, as I call it. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I just know that it exists. Anyway, let's go to the depths of darkness and deal with whatever it is that's on the other side. Which turns out to be a giant four-legged heartless. Okay, let's focus. And yes, you kind of do just, you know, go up here and do this. Yeah, this boss isn't that bad. It's just, if you let it be, it's more of an issue. You know what? I usually give most of my summons some time in the spotlight. Okay, good. Donald's revived. I can use this now. Okay, Mushu, are you coming? Okay, good. I will say, the Oblivion Keyblade looks good for whenever Mushu is summoned. Okay, Mushu, do your thing.
See ya. Gotcha. See ya. See ya. Gotcha. 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 See ya. Gotcha. Gotcha. See ya. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay, I will admit, I might have not have thought this one through too well. So I will admit that maybe I should have thought that one through, but whatever. There we go. I was like wondering. Cool, I got a thing. I'm glad I always get a thing for these things.
Now let's go and seal that big keyhole.
Sora, you did it.
Is it really wise to... Okay, I was like wondering, who's talking? What are you guys doing here? We came in Sid's ship. Oh, he has a ship? Okay. This is our childhood home. We wanted to see it again. It's in worse shape than I feared. It used to be so peaceful. Don't worry. If we defeat Ansem, all should be restored, including your island. Really? Yeah, and your parents, by the way. But it also means goodbye. Really? Once the worlds are restored, they'll all be separated again. Everyone will go back to where they came from. Then I'll visit you guys with the gummy ship. It's not that simple. Before all this, you didn't know about other worlds, right? Because every world was isolated, and impassable walls divided them. Well, apparently now, like later on, that's not going to be an issue, so... The Heartless destroyed those walls, but if the world returns, so will the walls. Which means gummy ships will be useless. So you're saying we'll never... Aerith is sad.
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
Yeah.
No matter where we are, our hearts will bring us together again. Besides, I couldn't forget you, even if I wanted to.
What's that supposed to mean?
What it sounds like. You stink. I'm just kidding.
Hurry, come and close the keyhole.
Sora, good luck.
Yeah, this is definitely not endgame because there's more to it than this. And cut through. Okay, that should stop a good amount of the Heartless, you know, stronger Heartless from appearing in certain worlds. We still have to deal with them, but, Thank you, Sora. I think the darkness has begun to weaken. But I can feel a powerful darkness growing somewhere far away. It's the heart of the darkness. It must be where Ansem went. Then we'll take our gummy ship. We'll take the gummy ship and deal with both Ansem and the Heartless. Okay. A worthy answer, Keyblade Master. We offer this power to aid in your battle. Attain the improved Viagra spell. Sora, your courage can bring back our worlds. Once the darkness is gone, all should return to the original state. To its original state. Kai will be back on the island, and you too. And you should be there, too. I can't go home till I find Riku and the king. Okay. Well, thanks, Beast. But real quick, I'm gonna stop right there. At least not stop. Just stop and do something else real quick. So, I'll see you next time for the next video, okay? Until then, sign on, my bots. Take care.